So the basic idea of the after action review is like you're trying stuff all the time, and it can be really hard to harvest the learning from trying things because everybody's really busy and we don't have enough time. So the basic idea is if we have a simple way to check in on how did things go, and we feed that routinely back into the next thing, we'll get better at what we do. The after action review comes from the US Army, at least this is how I learned it, other organizations might use it. They use it quite routinely. So everybody expects like anything we try, we're gonna do an after action review. So they get really good at it because they do it all the time. And basically what they do is they get anybody who, you tried something, anybody who is implicated in it, they were involved in it directly or it affected them directly, they try to get those people at the table for the after action review. Now sometimes that's too many people, and you at least try to get representatives of those people, so you have different constituents in there. And they ask 4 pretty simple questions. What was planned? What happened? Why did it happen? And what could be done to improve it next time? And of course, when the US Army is doing this, lives are at stake usually. This is to protect the safety of soldiers on the ground, as well as the people they serve. For us, there's a less kind of immediate life and death nature to it, but there's the same kind of principle, which is that shame on us if we're not learning from the stuff that we're already doing, because we could be learning that to make ourselves a lot better the next time around. So they're pretty easy questions in some ways, but they're deceptively hard to answer, in part because it can be hard to create a culture where people will actually be honest about all of those questions. So what was planned and what happened are basically descriptive questions, but you have to try to set a really blame-free kind of a culture so that people will say, what actually happened? And it can help if the person who's modeling that is somebody with some kind of power in the group and is modeling something they were implicated in that didn't go that well. I have done this before, as you know, in some of my leadership roles, and people honestly, they didn't remember any of the improvements that we suggest, not that we suggested, but that came out of it. But what they remembered was me as a leader standing up in front of the group and just noting down what people said and participating in the, you know, like I planned this, but this is what actually happened, and this is why I think it happened, and doing it in a really blame-free, non-apologetic way, but just let's try to describe what happened so that we can figure out how to learn from it. So it takes a little practice to create that culture, but even just having this protocol can help.